Hey everybody, what's happening? Welcome back, and if it's your first time here, well then, welcome. Anyway, today's video is going to be an unboxing and review of a new guitar I got in. Probably can guess by my shirt, it is a PRS, and it is one of the newest releases, which is the SE DGT David Grissom. A lot of people are getting the gold top, and I decided to go with the McCarty Tobacco Sunburst, so it's a little bit different. So without further ado, let's get this box open and start looking into them. Nice case, got some areas for picks, all sorts of other stuff. Inside here, we have our truss rod adjustment and Allen key, and of course our trem bar as well, and a tag. Let's see what else is in here. And a PRS sticker. Enough with that. And of course, like I said, you can see in here extra pockets for picks and all sorts of other stuff, which is incredible. And of course, on the back here, as everybody knows, if you reach in here, you've got the hanger. Now, I wouldn't recommend hanging it with the guitar in it, maybe when you put the case away, but of course, if you've got a really strong bar, then I guess you could do it with the guitar in it. So at this point, let's go ahead and open this baby up. I know I've kind of slowed everything down. I love the way they protect the headstock. Look at this. Throw that down there. Wow. Wow. Look at this thing. Oh man, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. Of course, we have the Sweetwater inspection. 55-point inspection. Wow, this is absolutely gorgeous. Take a look at this. Wow. The mahogany body, the maple top. Of course, this is the Tobacco Sunburst. Got a rosewood fingerboard. Wow, look at that nut. Look at the way that nut is done. Oh my God. That is absolutely gorgeous. This is absolutely beautiful guitar. You can see the back. Now it's interesting, I know everyone's talking about it. It's how these are all laid over the top of the body and not recessed. Absolutely beautiful, right out of the box. Look at that. Wow, wonder if it's in tune. Needs a little bit of adjustment, but it's been cold and came in during the cold, so wow. It is absolutely gorgeous. This guitar doesn't feel too heavy, but we'll get it on the bench. We'll weigh it up. We'll go through all those different things. Yeah, so let's move on to the next stage, and let's go through the specifications, and we'll do our tones and all that stuff, and then we'll talk about the final thoughts. All right, let me get my glasses a little bit. I want to look at it a little bit closer before we get into it in depth. This way I can have a good look. Knobs are nice, feel good. Switch is tight. Everything's tight. Wow. Yeah, it really looks good. You know, looking at it with my glasses so I actually can see. Wow. It just feels good. The other thing is the frets are really polished. Yeah, this feels really good. Really good. All right, let's break it down. Let's go through all the specifications on it, and then we'll break it out. We'll listen to some tones and stuff. Wow, I'm just amazed. And just think about this. This is all for under $1,000, about $900, a little over that with tax and everything. It's still under $1,000. That's just incredible. That is sweet. Absolutely sweet. And I really appreciate Patrick over Sweetwater getting this for me so quickly. As soon as they came out, from what I understand, they've all come out and not going to be available until the summer. So to get it so quickly, I really appreciate Sweetwater and helping me get this together. All right, so let's break it down and let's go through all the specifications. This beautiful guitar is the PRS SE DGT David Grissom signature solid body electric guitar. The body material is mahogany. The top is a flame maple top. The body finish is gloss polyurethane, and the color is McCarty Tobacco Sunburst. The bridge/tailpiece is the PRS molded tremolo. The neck pickups are the PRS DGT S humbucker, and the bridge pickup is also a PRS DGT S humbucker. Your controls, you have 2 volume, 1 tone, and your tone is a push-pull coil tap. What's really interesting about this is when you're in the neck pickup and you hit the coil tap, you get about a 50% drop in signal, basically when you do that. But if you're in the bridge pickup, you only get about a 25% drop in signal. So the bridge pickup in the coil tap mode is definitely hotter than the neck pickup. And it really does make for some interesting sounds. I absolutely love it. And the other thing you have is your switching is your 3-way toggle pickup switch. For the neck/headstock, we start off with the neck material being mahogany. The neck shape is called the DGT. The neck joint is a set neck. Radius is about 10 inches. The fingerboard material is rosewood, and the fingerboard inlays are the PRS birds, whereas your gold top has the standard dots that you see on a lot of different guitars. The number of frets are 22, nickel silver. The scale length is 25 inches. The nut width is 1.656 inches. The nut material is a synthetic bronze powdered blend. And you'll notice how beautifully cut this nut is. I mean, I can't believe just how well it's been cut. And then your tuners are the standard PRS design. They are not locking tuners. And then the accessories you get with it, and we talked about it at the beginning of the video, which is the deluxe gig bag as well. So what I'm going to do next is bring it over to the bench, and we'll look at a few of the different things from a bench perspective, and then we'll get into tones and in a mix and all the other good stuff. All right, so let's take a look at the output of the pickups. The bridge reads 8.68. The neck reads 7.49 k ohms. And then the bridge with the coil tap reads 5.88, or 68% of the bridge without the coil tap. The neck is 3.76, which is about 50% of the neck without the coil tap. The weight is 7.13 pounds. As you can see, the control cavity is really clean. I also like the fact that it has full-size pots. I mean, everything looks fantastic in here. You can also see the shielding paint as well. You will see that the cover sits above the body and is not recessed into the body like a lot of others. I'm fine with this. It doesn't make a difference to me. You know, some people may not like that, but I'm sure that helps save some money for routing and stuff like that, whether it's on a CNC machine or whatever the case may be. Probably saves a little bit of money by not doing that. The tremolo cavity looks pretty good. Could be a little bit cleaner. There's a little bit of dust in there, dirt and stuff, but it's not real bad. The ground looks solid. It looks like it's in place really well. And overall looks pretty good. You do have 4 solid springs and a nice block on the tremolo. Overall, it looks like it's made very well. And of course, the cover to the cavity as well sits above the body and not recessed into the body. All right, now, since I get the guitar, to be honest, I haven't been able to stop playing it. Finding that I absolutely love this guitar and the way it feels and the way it plays. So now let's go ahead and break out into tones. What I did for a signal chain is pretty simple. The guitar goes directly into my Mary Cries compressor. From there it goes into my Boss reverb. Then out from the Black Star directly into the SM57, and then from there into the DAW. So signal chain is pretty simple for right now. Once we switch it to the mix, then we'll adjust accordingly. So let's start off with some simple cowboy chords to get started. Now, there's a couple things that are interesting on this. For example, right now I'm playing the bridge pickup. However, the difference is with the bridge pickup, my volume is up here. It is not down here like you'd be used to. So the bridge pickup is here. The other thing I found, and you notice from the specifications, that the bridge pickup, when going into the split, is actually at about 75%, whereas with the humbucker it's 100%, and think of it about 70 to 75% when you go into the single coil. So again, let's go back to where I started and let's get into those chords. I love the warmth of this guitar. I love the pickups. Absolutely love them. All right, let's switch and we'll Go to the neck. Of course, we need to turn up the volume, obviously. There we go. Okay. Now, single coil. All right, let's go back from the bridge and back over to our neck pickup. All right, let's go ahead and throw it in the mix. In the mix, I will keep on horse meat. I am going to add a delay in as well, and I'm going to add in my halo. So we're going to get a little bit crazy. So my final thoughts. I'm actually blown away by this guitar. You know, I've got a lot of guitars in this house. And I've got to say that as of right now, out of all my guitars, this has got to be my favorite. And I know it's not as expensive as some of my others, but I'll tell you what, just the feel of this guitar, the tones that I'm getting, the sound, it's just, and I know the tones come from the speaker. However, the clarity of the pickups are just phenomenal. I absolutely love them. I love the way the single coil works on the bridge pickup. It's definitely different, as you can see from the specifications that I went over. The fact that it's about, I think it's 75% instead of 50%, which your normal split coil is on the bridge. It's so clean and seems so crisp to me, and there's a brightness there that I absolutely love within this guitar. I am going to change out a couple things just because that's the way I am. I ordered locking tuners for it, and I'm going to do something unusual. I am going to change out the pickup rings to black because I just kind of like that look, that vibe. Just that's more what I like. And I am just so surprised that a guitar under $1,000 is just so incredible. And I mean, I do have some incredible guitars sitting over here. I really do. But there's something about this that just passes them all by. The way it plays, the way it feels. Like I said, I haven't stopped playing it since I got it. I can't put it down. I just keep wanting to pick it up. And I think no matter what the price is of a guitar, if that guitar makes you pick it up and play, then that's the right guitar for you. Whether it's a $100 guitar or a $10,000 guitar, if that guitar makes you pick it up and play and gives you that feeling inside that feels so good when you get up and play, then that's the right guitar for you. And as long as it makes you happy, that's all that matters. Doesn't have to be American made. It can be made in China, Japan. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you love the guitar and it makes you want to play more. So with everything being said, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for watching the video. And if you would and you found it entertaining, not entertainment, but entertaining, and you got good information about the video, I'd appreciate it if you would consider subscribing and also leaving the like. Our goal is by increasing the subscriptions, we will be able to turn around and start to monetize our videos. Once we do that, all the proceeds are going to raise money for medical service dogs through Guardian Angels. And this is at no cost to the veterans. These dogs cost about $29,000 each to train, raise, and breed, and really appreciate it if you would subscribe, and that's all you got to do to help us start raising money. So again, thanks for watching, and till the next time, take care.